a little bit about Esther, about who you are.
Yeah. I'm a physician assistant. I've been practicing for about almost 4 years now. I've always wanted to do aesthetics. I grew up with terrible acne, and I visited with a local dermatologist for a lot of my youth, and she really helped me kind of build my self-confidence and help me with my skin. So that's when I knew from a young age that I wanted to do something with aesthetics, skincare, helping others feel more confident in their skin. That's why and she was a PA, so that's why I ended up going to PA school. I started off working with lasers, working with different energy-based devices before I really started injecting.
When you were at the place of knowing that you wanted to get into aesthetics, I know you probably did research like a lot of people that we hear from out there. They go to Google,
right?
Now ChatGPT, and they look for paths.
Yep.
Did you have that experience? And tell me kind of a little bit about your experience with all that was out there.
Yeah, my very first injectable experience was through a concierge med spa. By signing with this concierge med spa, they offered a 2-day training course. It was like a tox basics and filler basics class. I did a couple of tox patients here and there, mainly my friends and family. I realized, man, I need to do something more. I need to invest in myself more. And, also while I was job searching, I realized that nobody's going to invest in me. Like, in this day and age, really, everybody wants somebody that's experienced, that's ready to go, hit the ground running.
How did you feel your first day?
I was nervous, really, really nervous. I had done some talks, but when it came to fillers, especially, I was so nervous. I remember my hand was shaking. I was even nervous to ask questions. It's very shy. With time and patience and practice, it gets better. Once I found NeoWell, I signed up for I think it was another 2-day course, just to kind of see what the atmosphere was like, how many models we'd get, and see the other classmates and the trainer as well. The first day I met a member. I talked to her and she kind of told me a little bit more about the program. And that's when I realized, I need to do this. Looking back, it was like at the time I was, oh my God, going crazy because I wasn't doing anything. And I felt like my mind was going all over the place, but I had so much time, I wasn't working, and then I found NeoWell. So everything kind of just fell into place, honestly.
So you had your experience with the other place, and then you had your experience with NeoWell. Can you tell me a little bit of difference in what you see here?
First of all, here, I love the trainers. I feel like the trainers...
I say all the time that NeoWell is so great because of the trainers.
Yes, and I agree. I feel like the trainers really make or break your experience, because as a student, you're here to learn, right? And the trainer not only needs to be proficient with injecting, but also with teaching and training students and explaining different things.
Tell us where you are in your journey from April to today.
Well, currently I'm now injecting at a plastic surgeon's office, Dr. Yaker and Dr. Haydenberg's office in Plano, Texas.
And that was your dream job?
Yes, it was my dream job. It's where I wanted to be. Very, very lucky and blessed that it kind of all fell into place. And I know that my confidence with injecting, consulting patients, it came from NeoWell's training program. And
you really are building a business, even at your current location. It may not be your own solo place.
Right.
How has embracing the business aspect been for you? Because it's a little intimidating for some of the nurses and nurse practitioners and PAs out there. They're like, I am not a business person. And I say that's a limiting belief. So let's talk about that.
Right. It is definitely has been a work in progress. It hasn't been easy because, like you mentioned, we're not business owners. We're not, I've never really even taken a marketing class before. And for me personally, I don't even post my personal life on, social media. And so to go into this, I knew that it was going to be a little difficult. However, I've been learning, step by step, and NeoWell helps you through that too, with the business basics class and all the marketing tools that y'all hand us. I'm definitely excited. I feel so blessed to have this opportunity. It almost feels so real because I've been working so hard to get to where I am now. And then you have a new goal, right? So my new goal is build my books, build my portfolio, to just keep on continuously grow. I'm definitely excited. I still feel at times nervous or a little bit of anxiety, which is normal.
Yes.
I feel like it's safe to feel that way because if you feel too comfortable, there's something wrong with that, right? Nobody can know everything. I feel like right now I'm just a lot of, excitement. Yeah.
And to that point, you're still coming to training. So you're getting to go into your work environment, and then you come back here and the value of the ongoing training, even after you start to inject. How do you feel coming back into training now? And will you embrace ongoing training?
Yeah, definitely. Yes. Even when I come back now, the other week I came back to a filler basics class too, and I still was learning something new. I feel like with every class, I learned something new, small or big, there's always something new to learn. I love sharing information with other students, with the trainers.
If you were to talk to a nurse out there, and that's probably who's watching, or a PA, a nurse practitioner, a fellow provider that has been sitting on the sidelines watching these videos, watching reels from our trainings, what would you say to her or him?
To start the program or to start their journey?
To start their journey. And the program may not, I actually love that you came to a single session.
Yeah.
Because we didn't have that when we first started the program. And what I realized is I wouldn't want to jump all in to something that I had no clue, especially if I've had bad experiences before. So we added the single session or the bundles for people just like you so that they could get a taste of who we are, interview us, and then decide to commit to the full program if that was a good fit for them. So anybody that's out there that just needs to take the next step. It may not be to us, it may be to us. But what would you say to them?
I would say, you know, if you've been thinking about, you know, entering the aesthetic field, maybe thinking about a job change, a career change, the time is now. You know, the time is now. You're going to think back a year from now and you're going to say to yourself, man, I should have started sooner. Yeah.
Because in the business class, I'll ask, how long have you been thinking about it? And I know you've seen people say 9 years, 10 years. That's a long time.
That's a very long time. Yeah. Think about how much growth you could have had in aesthetics during that time, right? So the time is now.
Yes. And you've had several things that you've juggled. You got married while you were in the program.
Oh my goodness. Yeah. This year has been crazy. We moved. So me and my now husband, we moved back from Houston back to Dallas, and then we got married. Now we're trying to figure out our housing situation. Are we going to buy a house and all that jazz? And so,
so there will always be an excuse not to take that next step. There always is. Now is the time. We hope that this conversation helped you learn a little bit more about who we are and the experience of a member that has not only come in and really committed to the program, but committed so much that she got her dream job. Esther, is there anything else that you want to share as we wrap up?
Well, I just want to share that I thank you so much for this opportunity with NeoWell and, you know, having this time to speak with you. I've learned so much and I've grown so much, and I'm looking forward to continuously growing here.
We are cheering you on.
Thank you.
And here to support you in the journey along the way.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Yeah.